Whoa, hey. Where'd you come from?
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this rest. The grease monkey. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their...
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so...
Well, I am glad to hear that.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. It's just... Mr. Top... To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does it. Life's hard. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. I just think when you got... That's what my... Incoming! Got him all. Incoming!
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp, for one. You want to try standing outside in the heat? No. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out. Can't imagine where she's gone. Could do without the gallows humor. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. I'll tell you what I can. What is it? Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you... Armed stranger. Got anything in you besides questions? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a... It's not like Zoe to go... Can't imagine. Could do without the... Over in the hothouse, tending crop. I'll tell you... Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stephanie... She was lazy and thoughtless. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. Little ways ago, she was always obsessing over her serial dramas. What is it?
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Hey, I got time. You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? I'll help if I can. Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked. Shame she... Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting... She called it... The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. Zoe and I... Zoe...
don't know anything. Here we go!
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant. What, you mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not... You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had Why, Adelaide... I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. I'm great at clarifying. No. I insinuated myself. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the... Oh, you mean... I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to instead... Got all the time in Halcyon.
Nice one!
Look, I already bought what you were selling me. Just give me some time to gather up my personals.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who... You pretty much did my job for me. Let me know if I can do something for... Huh?
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit out. Whatever you... I have been...
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Are you staying long? Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's... Make amends. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that... He would do such a thing. Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip 'em out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're... Think about it. Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts. I trust you will listen to your conscience. Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing.
Heard something outside the walls there.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? And Ms.
Just
I so...
What? I thought you would talk to him.
I can't... That seems well within your expertise.
The way we do it.
Adelaide McDevitt's encampment. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. Now, my It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue... Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Here they come!
Hiding. Come out! You scared to find you!
That's the last of them!
Heard something.
Clever.
Any progress on that? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the... What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. Well, yes. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater. Please. As if my life... Nothing could... But that's... You have a... Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. Oh. Fantastic. Let me get my...
Edgewater's gonna miss you.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery. I shall see you on the ship, Captain. When...
I've always wanted to poke around in here. Look out!
Patrol mode.
I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Nearby unit.
Everyone all right?
Processing, searching.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. Three switches. That'll be easy enough.
not real. You're not real.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
I expect this security.
Watch out!
Sleeping. Beginning to investigate. Oh,
Here they come! Doing all right? Nice one! That's the last.
Get away! No, just leave me alone.
Got 'em all! Once we do this, there's no going... Hey, mister? Look, I know you... Do you understand? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate... But the town's got some good people in it. Decent. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble. Really? The deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of this. Her contract... Well, I don't know. It's sensible. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but real machine... The machine... Fixing the unit.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by a hard labor. Thompson is aware of your concerns and remains committed to guiding Edgewater.
Hey, stop that! What do you think you're doing?
Are we getting paid or not?
Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just one per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as... His likeness decorates many a wanted post. I am obliged to remind you that questioning the veracity of the board's orders is a punishable offense. Consider...
I put my whole life in that cannery.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, I never knew. That power regulator is company. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. Apologies. Edgewater's dead. Space it. And as...
What? Something's
Incoming!
not right.
Getting behind cover!
That's all.
Is this your ship? Oh, my stars, Oh, Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. I have imagined it, but I want to ask you something, and you can... And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can... Yes! I mean... Captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying.
What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay. Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared. We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable... How are you feeling, by the way? I lost... What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, you need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the ground. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. And remember, the board...
Transmission ended. I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination. Captain Hawthorne used to be more dashing. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about...
Good luck, Captain.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.